And here we are at the reviewing area, and here we have the the real grade RX-78-2 version 2.0 model kit on the reviewing area. And I do want to also say I do still have the high grade kit of it, but I'm not gonna pull them out because the high grade kit is just has the parts where you take them and build the robot, but with real grade you have to build the inner frame and then put the armor over it, which is a change, like differences with real grades and high grades. But this is about the real grade model kit here that we're reviewing. So anyway, and like you see here, it is the exact same RX-78-2 Gundam, which I have reviewed before, and also did a build review of the high grade kit of this figure, except of course this is real grade here. And you're also going to see a lot of improvements, of course, from the 1.0 version. But let's get a closer look here at the head. And as you can see, it is the standard Mobile Suit Gundam head here. Except, now these gray things, which are the head cannons here, I think on the I'm taking a quick look at the 1.0 here. Yeah, I think if I remember, on the 1.0 version of the real grade RX-78-2, these cannons on the head, you have to like put stickers or of course paint them. But on the 2.0 here, these are actually color separation that when you first get this kit. In other words, these are already colored in or painted on when you first get this kit, because these are color separations and not just ones that you have to paint. Even the eyes here, the yellow on the eyes is also color separation and not something that you have to paint with to paint them yellow. No, these are already yellow when you get this kit. So this kit does have some color separations, like these guns here and the eyes are color separations when you build the head. And you do have some lining work where if you want to, you can do some panel lining, which I did not do. But I think one day I might go ahead and do some panel lining. But you don't really have to. But if you want to, you can do some panel lining to give it more depth. And also, I also forgot to say, when you put this kit together all around, there's not a lot of detail works that you need to paint. It's already there for you, because everything is like basically color separations, like the ones on the head that I've already shown you. Even this yellow V thing is a color separation, which the 1.0 does also have it as well. But for the 1.0 of this, you still kind of have to do some painting on it. But for this one, you don't have to. And going down, and of course you got some metallic gray color separation here. And the bottom of the feet does have some thrusters here, which are also color separation. And here's the side view here. And the back here. And the other side. And all around, it is the same RX-78-2 Gundam model kit, which I have reviewed, but it was the high grade version. But this is real grade that we're talking about here. Now, for the 1.0, I don't think I've said it in the intro, but I'll go ahead and say it here. For the 1.0 of this kit, I did not build the entire kit. I just built what I could. Like, I built the leg and started moving it, and one of the inner frame parts started to fall off. Even when I built the arm and started to bend it, one of the armor pieces also fall off. I'll show it to y'all what I mean after I'm done with the articulation of this kit here. So for articulation, head is on a ball joint, and the base of the neck is on a hinge joint. So he can look down really good, and he can look up really good. And trying to get y'all a closer look here. Okay. I think for what I can see, the head's on a ball joint, but you do have a... Okay, this part of the neck is on a ball joint, and of course, this part is on a hinge joint here. So you can have a lot of good range of his head articulation here. And the arms, of course, do rotate all the way around. And the shoulder pads, of course, do move up and down. And also the shoulder pads are on sliders here. I don't know if I can show it to y'all, but they are on sliders. Oh. Yeah, you can see here. Yeah, there we go. That they are on sliders. And also the shoulder pads do move on these joints as well. But you do need to slide them out a little bit so you can flip them up. So you can have that. See there? And they can also move out at they move out on this joint, which is the arm itself, and of course this joint as well. So you can have the arms move all the way up. Well, not all the way up, just up to about here. Yeah. To about there. And you do have a bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow, a ball joint at the wrist here, and this part here does move as well, which I know the 1.0 does not have that. I'm hoping I'm right on that. And he does have waist swivel, and he also has a really good ab crunch here. And he can only bend about there. But you can have him crunch even more because, oh, and you can have them move side to side, like this. And the side skirts do move out of the way. But what I was going to say is you can have him crunch a little more, and I am going to have to remove him at the waist, because I need to show y'all. And to do that, if you push on the waist here, well, this waist part, this back section moves up, and this top section moves down as well. I am gonna have to remove his legs. Yeah, there we go. You can see here, and you can see that top part moving forward, like slightly forward. So you can have him crunch. Crunch even a little more. And the front skirts do have a ball joint here. And the side skirts are on ball joints as well. And the back skirts are on ball joints. Which the back skirts only move up about here. And the legs do move, but I'm going to have to leave them removed because I want to show you something else. This section here where these pegs are at does slide down. You can see there. And it does lock into place. And that allows his legs to have a little more range. If you want him to kick forward. Just like that. And I'm going to have to reattach his legs back on. And they can move in and out. He does have a thigh swivel. And he does have a knee joint. And you can see the inner frame parts moving as you bend the knee. And, oh, and these things do move out of the way. And the feet they can pivot here, move up and down at this joint, and the ankle guards can move up and down. And you do have a toe joint, and the heel parts do move as well. And the foot even has its own joint here. So you can get this kit in a lot of really good poses. And, oh, almost forgot. These back thrusters do move up and down. Well, they are on ball joints, but due to how it's built, due to how you build the jetpack, they only move up and down. And no inner frame parts fell off. Because, like I said, this is a new real grade kit. This is today's real grade kit. And just to show y'all what's left of the 1.0, because like I already said to y'all, I did not build the entire kit for the 1.0 of this, but I can show y'all one of these. But here's the, like, lag version of the 1.0, which does look nice, but once you bend it here, right, well, right now it's holding up really good, but it is holding up really, well, yeah. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. That's why the 1.0 of this did not aged well at all. Because sometimes when you try to pose him, the inner frame parts, like this one, just falls off. But this one, like y'all saw in the articulation, every inner frame part that you saw, or every armor part that you saw, holds up really sturdy. Because like I said, the inner frame parts of this is all plastic and not that bendy rubbery material like the older real grade kits had. So now let's move on to the accessories. And I'm of course going to start off with the hands, because he does have optional hands. Oh, well, before we get to that, you of course still do get a sheet of decal stickers and also some of these stickers if you want to put on this figure. But I don't think he really needs these stickers unless if you want to use these. But it is your kit. You can do whatever you want with it. You could either have these on this or not. Even these. But now for the accessories. Like I said, he comes with optional hands. So the ones that he has on him are the weapon holding hands. But he does come with 2 closed fist hands here. two open hands here and a trigger finger hand, which is for this arm here. And you of course get his beam rifle here, which does have some color separation, like the yellow and the gray here. And the sight does move side to side. And this handle part does move this way and this way. If you want him to hold this in two hands. And he can hold it on that trigger finger hand, which I shown y'all. And I'm looking at the instructions real quick to see if I missed anything. And no, I don't think I have. Yeah. Oh, well, actually, you can attach this to somewhere, but it's for one of the other accessories that he comes with. Okay. And he does come with a bazooka here, or rocket launcher, which does have some color separations, which like the white and the gray here. And he does also come with some white missiles that you store inside of this here. And you can, like, cock it. Cock it, I guess you can say. Mm-hmm. Okay. And the handle here does move up and down. And, of course, have him hold it. And you can store it on the back here, which is this section here. And it does fold down. Yeah. This section here does fold down. Like that. And you would attach it to... Okay. The way this attaches is by this hole to here. And you want it like this. So it looks like this. Yeah. Oh, almost forgot one more piece of articulation. These beam saber handles do rotate on here. And you, of course, do get his shield here. And the way this attaches is okay. Okay. You have two options of how you want him to hold this shield. You have this handle on the bottom that does flip out. Well, you do need to make sure that this section here is slide up. And yes, this is on a slider. So you can have him hold it in the handle like this. Or if you want to, flip this handle down and slide this back down and open up this section, and you have like a clip here, and you can clip it on to his arm here. Which I am trying to... Okay. 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 Okay, the instruction says that you should clip it on to the arm here, but yeah, okay. The instruction says to clip it on the arm here, but I think that's how it's supposed to go. But it does clip on, or at least just secures on to place, so it looks something like this. Something like that. Okay, there we go. don't think it's a click. It's just a softer to tap in. But if you don't want him holding the shield, then you can okay. I was just checking to see if I didn't break anything, but I didn't. But if you don't want him holding the shield, then you can attach it on the back of him. And that is... And this part does move side to side. And the way this attaches is by this groove into that gray slot there. Just like that. So you can have that right there. And you can store the beam rifle onto the shield. Yes, you can store the beam rifle onto the shield. And the way you do it is this top section here does open up. And you want to open it up yeah, okay. Open it up this way. And now attach the handle, this hole where the trigger is at, into here. So it looks something like this. So you do have storage for the beam rifle here, which is really amazing. And also, I am going to have to take these beam handles out because you do have some storage on the shield for the beam handles as well. And that is, you can clip these onto, well, you can clip these onto these clips here. So it looks something like this. And while we're talking about the beam handles, you of course do get 2 of these beam blades here that you can attach here. So you have a beam saber here, and you do get 2 of these beam effect parts, like I already said. And I'm gonna have to bring him back in here. And that is all of the accessories that he comes with, but we're not finished yet. Because okay. On the back here, I do want to show y'all this. Oops. This part here in the center where this hole's at does it does move, but I think that's where you would, if you have one, you can attach a display stand, which this kit does not come with. But this center piece between where these thrusters are at does move if you have a display stand with you to get them into some aerial poses, which this kit does not come with an included stand. Oh, and there is... I know I already told y'all that you can have him hold the weapons in his hands, and that is, of course, you have to remove... I'm gonna show you on the trigger finger hand. The way you have him hold the weapons in his hands, you have to remove this part and remove this section here so you can have him hold his guns. Like, you put this here, and then for the fingers on the trigger hand part, you wanna reattach there, and then attach this part onto here. So you can have that. And he does have an opening cockpit section, but I will show y'all that when we get to something else he has. But right now I'm going through the instructions here. Okay. So, like I said, he does have an opening cockpit section, which is on the stomach area. And that is, you would flip down this and bring out or pull out this section and flip it up. And that's where you would see the cockpit there. And does this kit come with a little standing pilot figure like the older ones have? No. And neither did the Gundam Epion. But I am going to leave this open because his stomach area does have a something extra here. And that is, I am going to have to remove him at the waist. But you remove him from the waist, then you pull off, well, but before you do that, on the back, here, you do need to flip up this section here. And this does tab into that tab to that hole. And once the back is untabbed, you now want to separate this and set it off to the side. Now, separate this section here. And for this section here that we're at, from what you saw here, this section on both sides do extend out. So you want to push them down. Yeah, to show y'all here, they were extended out, but you do want to push them in. Like that. Then, for this section, you want to take this thing and flip it up, and then slide it back on this blue thing here, till it's like that. And then, for this blue thing, you want to flip it up and around. And as you can already see, you do want to take these red things and flip them out, which will become the wings. Then take the tip of the nose cone and pull it out some. And here you have a little jet that transforms. So you have a little jet here that transforms, which is I don't know if it has a name. Okay, yes, it does. This little jet here is called the Core Fighter. Yes. This is called the Core Fighter here. And it does look pretty cool looking for being a little jet. This is. And every color here that you see is all color separation, of course. And the translucent blue cockpit here does open up. You can see there. It does open up like that. And it does close. And you do have landing gear that this kit comes with. Which are those there. And these things here are the back landing gears, which attaches to this hole here. So you want it like this for the back ones. Yeah, yeah. So those are the back ones, and this is the front one, which attaches to this slot here. And the way you attach it is you, you, you have to push it in through. There we go. The way you attach this is you have to do this, like slide it down from the back from that tab, and then straighten it out some. So now he has landing gear. And that is the little core fighter jet. And I think we have gotten everything. Just double checking real quick. Oh, one more thing. Almost forgot. One more feature that he does have. Okay. One more feature that you can do. Just like with the bazooka or rocket launcher, you can attach the beam rifle onto that same tab there. And also, from what y'all saw in the inside here of this, there is a hole here where you can also attach the display stand. And I think that is it. So now we can get to the final thought.